Right then, thank you for everybody that's taken the time out to jump onto this call this evening. Really, really appreciate you, taking the time out to hear exactly what your friend has invited you to hear about. Just to let you know, I was in exactly the same position as you just over a year ago, hearing this for the first time. So, everybody's in the same position, firstly. The thing, well, let me introduce myself first and foremost. My name's Phil Faulkner, by the way, from Wolverhampton. But the most important thing I'd say to you is just keep an open mind during watching this presentation. If I never just kept an open mind on the information that was about to be presented to me, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm right now. Got a bit of feedback there, Danny, if you just mute your mic. Sorry about that.
Sorry, so, yeah, should be live now.
Cool. I won't be in the position that I'm in at the moment, living the life I'm living and going to the places I'm going, So again, just keep an open mind. The most expensive thing you really have in this economy is a closed mind, So with that being said, I'm not going to talk any further. I'm going to pass it over to a very, very phenomenal guy I've had the pleasure of working alongside. This young man's only from Birmingham. You won't believe that this guy's as young as he is because he doesn't act like most people his age. This guy is really going places, and I really want you to really listen to what this guy's got to say because he knows what he's talking about. He's seen some good success in this company. What's even more impressive is where he's going. So I'm going to pass it over to a young guy, a goal leader, what probably doesn't mean anything to you now, but it'll make more sense in a moment. A goal leader, Daniel Brown, who's going to break this down for you and really open this call. So over to you, Danny.
Thanks for the introduction, Phil. And yeah, guys, just to reiterate what he was kind of saying, like, this opportunity is absolutely unbelievable. So really just keep that open mind when you're listening to it. But yeah, man, just to kind of introduce myself, I'm Daniel, 21 years old, average guy. Been working at McDonald's for the last 4 years, so that kind of puts in perspective the average part. And I'm also in my second year of university studying business and management. And as Phil said, like, we've all been in your exact same position. I was there just over a year ago. So the best advice I can offer you, like I said, is just to keep that open mind. But getting straight into it, man, in today's presentation, what we're going to be talking about is firstly what most people will never learn. Like, most people go an entire lifetime and they never learn what we're about to be talking about in this webinar. So again, it's just how to stop working for money and make your money start working for you. The second thing we're going to be talking about is how to build a passive residual income and a financial wall around ourselves, because a lot of people have never heard of residual income, and the reason why that is because we've always been taught to earn income, to trade our most valuable asset in life, which is our time, for money. And because there's only a certain amount of time in the day, week or month, it means we're always going to be restricted on how much money we can potentially earn, you know what I mean? But we're also going to be talking about how you can tap into the three fastest growing industries in the world today via this opportunity, that being home-based business, internet marketing, and also the health and wellness industry. And when we talk about that, just imagine if you could go back and invest money into like the big companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google. Like, you wouldn't be sitting where you're sitting now. You'd be driving a different car in a different house in a different postcode. And it's mad to think that small decisions like that could have such a massive impact on your future. And it's, as I said, it's because of the residual income. Famous quote by a famous business guy called Art Jonak: if you understood residual income, you'd walk for a brick wall to get it. And that's exactly what we're doing with this opportunity. And it's literally just trying to transfer in our mindset, transferring it from the 97% of people in our lives who don't have the things that we want, and just listening to the 3% of people who do have the things that we want, because anyone can do this. We're getting taught and mentored by multi-millionaires, working with professional athletes, doctors, lawyers, students. Like, the great thing about this opportunity is that it doesn't matter where you've been or where you are today. It just matters about where you want to go, man, because this is a vehicle that can genuinely get you there. So the company that we're talking about is a company called Vima. It's a health and wellness company that was founded in late 2004, early 2005 by the guy you can see on the left, BK Barreco. Now, BK's actually had over 20 years of experience within the industry, and using that experience, he's managed to take this company to over 50 countries around the world. Like, this is absolutely huge, guys. You know what I mean? And just to put that in perspective a little more, in the short space of 9 years, Vima as a company has gone from zero, from nothing, to $221 million. We was actually up last year 89% on the year before, you know what I mean, which is ridiculous growth. And as you can see from the screen, in the next 3 years, we're on track to become $1 billion business, which is 800% growth. Now, I don't want to just be chucking numbers at you, but it's the numbers that don't lie, you know what I mean? So as you can see from the screen now, this is working all around the world, you know what I mean? But Great Britain's exceptional because we're taking this seriously. 1,188% growth. That told me that Vima's been working for 9 years without me. You know what I mean? It's going to carry on working with or without me. So I just wanted to be a part of it when it went, you know what I mean? And that's a simple decision you guys are going to have once you hear more about the product and the business side of things. But because of this amazing growth, we've actually saw multi-millionaires leave their companies to join Vima. Go and you can see on the bottom left a company where he was earning $500,000 a month to join Vima, saying that Vima was going to be the biggest explosion in affiliate marketing history, and that's monumental. You know what I mean? It's absolutely unbelievable that kind of switch was. And also Chris Powell, the guy in the middle, known as America's personal trainer, absolutely huge over in America, and he's actually attached his name, his face, and his reputation to our products. But we'll go more into him later on in the presentation. And then also Dr. Oz, Oprah Winfrey's personal doctor, third most prestigious doctor on this planet, has had our products on his show on 3 separate occasions because of the health benefits. But the reason why we want to stress this credibility so much, guys, is because, as I said earlier, 12 months ago, I was in your position. You know what I mean? I had my arms crossed thinking, what's this dodgy thing my friends invited me to? So we really just want to show you how real this is. We want to show you that this is a genuine opportunity that can really have a positive impact on not only your own life, but other people who you care about. You know what I mean? So we want to just stress how real this is. And to do that, we need to show this credibility. So Vima's actually won over 100 awards in the short space of 3 years. You know what I mean? One of the awards we won was actually called the Stevie Award, which is an award named after Steve Jobs of Apple. Also affiliated with multi-billion dollar associations. Like we're over in the UK, but we've all heard of the NBA. We're the official energy drink of the Phoenix Coyotes NHL hockey team and the NBA's Phoenix Suns basketball team. You know what I mean? We actually won, one of our product ranges actually won Health Product of the Year in Miss Fitness magazine, and that's phenomenal when you hear about what product that was. And we've also got our own Verve NASCAR. You know what I mean? Don't go much more credible than that. But I just want to stress to you guys that no company could kind of soar growth like this unless they had an absolutely phenomenal product to back it up. You know what I mean? And to get someone to introduce that, I want to introduce a very good friend of mine, Leon, to break this down. So, you know, we say in this business that success leaves clues. This guy is absolutely killing the Northern movement in this business. Currently a silver leader in the business, and his future's looking really bright for him. And the reason why he wants to break down this product for you guys is because he's very close to it, and he saw positive impacts from it. You know what I mean? So yeah, really take on board what he's got to say. And over to you, Leon.
Yeah, Danny, thank you for that invite, man. Really appreciate it. So yeah, guys, you know, just again, average guy, Leon, 24 years old, kind of just went down the ordinary route like everyone else, you know, just going to school and getting good grades and all of that stuff. But then this opportunity fell on my lap, and really what opened up my mind was the products. The product was absolutely phenomenal. I had no idea. So really, you know, think about that. This wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for a fantastic product. Now, Vima is actually an acronym, and it stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera, and some green tea as well. And how that breaks down is 12 full-spectrum vitamins, 65 plant-based minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. So obviously, just thinking about that, that's really healthy for your body. But then the question is, you know, moving on, the question is, how good is that for your body? So what Vima did is, rather than just be like, hey, this is really good, they thought, you know what, why don't we clinically test and prove what our product does? That would be pretty cool. So what they did is they produced 6 peer-reviewed, publicly available medical journals to date. So really top spec, like high-class science behind these products. So these products are clinically tested and proven to boost immune function by raising antioxidant levels by 16 to 18%. Reduce inflammation as well by up to 20% in the blood. And basically, if you think about it like this, the antioxidants are like the police inside your body, and the inflammation, that's like the criminals. and the police essentially just go around and get rid of all the bad toxins that we inhale every single day and flush them out of your system in the safest way possible. And what that means is that this product actually prevents up to 200 different diseases, ailments, and illnesses, and suppresses the symptoms of those too. So obviously, that's really, really healthy. Now, I heard that and I thought, okay, what kind of things are we talking about here? We're talking about things like diabetes, blood pressure, certain cancers. We're talking about really, really big diseases here that people have problems with, like MS, Crohn's disease, and anything called itis. So, arthritis and things like that. All those things are linked with inflammation. So I heard that and I thought, okay, my dad's been through a period, he went through a really, really tough time, actually struggling from a recovery with stroke. He lost all of his mobility from the waist down. So I thought, you know what, he's been on medication for however many years, maybe this could help. So I put him onto the product, and within a month, he came back to me and he said, son, I want to go on a walk. And I looked at him like he was the craziest man in the world. And I just said, okay, I guess I can't say no to you, Dad. So next thing I know, we walk around Almondbury Village, where I'm from, and then we come back, and then that's when it really, really dawned on me. That's when it clicked, and I thought, everybody needs to know about this product. It's absolutely phenomenal. So then finally I got my mum on board, who was the biggest skeptic as well. She said it can't be that good. She'd been on medication for 25 years for a diabetes type 2, just a level below insulin, so really, really bad. And she was able, she got on the product, and after 6 weeks, they reduced all of her tablets from 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, and 5 at night to 2, 2, and 2. So obviously that's just within 6 weeks. And in September, they say that she may never have to have any tablets for her diabetes ever again. So obviously the product is no joke. It really is a powerful product. So moving on, what we're going on to now here is, Vima just got smart. If I was to try and introduce, as a young person with not many diseases, ailments or illnesses, if I tried to introduce the vitamin shot, the mineral shot, to one of my friends, that might not go down too well. So they just got smart. They said, hey, what do people drink? People drink energy drinks. So what did they bring out? Verve. So now we have a whole Verve range, so it pops like an energy drink, it tastes like one, but it's really, really not. In fact, it would be an insult to call this product an energy drink. It's really just a disguised health product. Everyone drinks Lucozade, Red Bull, and tea alternatives like iced tea, but wait a minute, all those things are bad for us. But this isn't. This is really, really good for us. In fact, like Danny B mentioned earlier on, this product has been featured on the Dr. Rod show multiple times. So that's really, really big. That's Oprah Winfrey's doctor. So that's huge credibility right there. And moving on, obviously we're also affiliated with, Chris Powell. He was saying it earlier, Extreme Makeover. That is like one of the top reality TV shows in America. So that's really, really big right there. And, the weight loss program, he's put his entire brand all over this weight loss program called Body. So moving on, you can actually see, from the Body Transformation Challenge, it's like a 12-week body challenge where they test the products on people who are struggling with weight problems. And these are the results that you're seeing. You're seeing people losing like 40 to 60 pounds in 90 days on the Body Challenge. Absolutely phenomenal results. So if you know anyone who's struggling with any kind of weight problems, these are the products to recommend. Seriously, guys. I've seen so many good products, so many good results from these products. But then it's all about what's coming, in 2014, what have we got to come? Mojo, you can see there in the top left-hand corner, that's our coffee. So Starbucks actually did a survey, and an iced vanilla latte was the most popular coffee that they actually sold in their store. So what did Vima do? Hey, let's bring out an iced vanilla latte with the Vima formula in it, so it's healthy rather than unhealthy for you. That makes absolute sense. Coffee is the second most consumed thing on the planet, so that makes absolute sense. And they brought out Renew, Vima, the super juice, you can see that right there. Everyone likes juice, everyone drinks these fruit juices, all these mixed juices, so they just made one with mangosteen, with the Vima formula in. Makes absolute sense again. But the best one for me, the killer for me, is the ready-to-drink protein shakes right there on the bottom. The last thing you want to do when you've had a really intense workout, your biceps are hurting, your triceps are hurting, your shoulders hurting. You don't want to be stood there with a protein shake, just shaking up. You don't really want to do that. You just want to pop and drink, and that's exactly what you can do with the ready-to-drink protein shakes. That's really, really cool. I wish I'd have come up with that. And then obviously the Verve Bold shot. Verve Bold is actually our most popular product on the market today. So, that won Health Product of the Year at the American Business Awards. So that's absolutely huge. So obviously they just brought out a Verve Bold Shot and then zero sugar in the top right hand corner. And these things are things that people already buy anyway. So it makes absolute sense for us to, show and share what we've got going on. Because, as young people, that's what we naturally do anyway. We show and share with our friends absolutely everything that we love. So just to kind of break down exactly how this concept works, I'm going to bring in Phil Faulkner, who's one of my mentors in this movement. He's what's known as a platinum leader, so he earns a full-time income after this, and he's been in it for around about just over a year now, and was able to actually leave his full-time job because of the income he's generated through this business. So he's a really, really phenomenal leader, and he's actually been recognized on stage at the VIMA convention in Vegas in front of like 5,000 affiliates. So really, really pay attention to what this guy has to say, because he knows exactly what he's doing and he knows exactly where he's going. So over to you, Phil, my man.
Cheers, Leon. You're going to start making me blush. But yes, again, guys, I'm back. Thanks, for hanging around still, hearing this out. Obviously, as you can see, the products are phenomenal. But I'll be honest, what the question I had was, so if it's that good, why have I never heard about it? Again, remember, I was in exactly your position. If it's that good, why have I never heard about it? And it's very, very simple. VIMA has been around over the last 9 years, and they sort of understood that we've now become the most socially connected generation in the history of history, and it's very evident. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, people pick up the mobile phones and they can message 6 people in 6 seconds in 6 different countries using the 2 thumbs on a glass screen. And VIMA knew that. So instead of being like every other company out there, recognizing, they're up against the Red Bull, they're up against all the other protein shakes available out there, or the coffee brands like Starbucks and Nescafe or whatever it is, instead of going down traditional routes of advertising, because traditional routes of advertising are becoming more and more expensive and less effective, they just chose to spend all their advertising on word of mouth, because it is the most effective way. But on top of that, realistically, with our social media and our social networks now, it's viral. If I said to you, ain't nobody got time for that, you straight away you think of that black lady that said that quote and it went viral on YouTube. Number one, everybody knows somebody that's been affected with a health issue. VIMA knew that. And number two, people naturally share great product services and things that they enjoy and love, because that's how viral things can go. And VIMA really recognized that. And a lot of companies out there are recognizing the power of word of mouth, especially in the most socially connected generation. Virgin, blessed are the friends that recommend others. Sky, share what you love about Sky TV and share it with a friend, and you get compensated with the vouchers, getting compensated to share it with people. And this is what companies are really tapping into, affiliate marketing, especially in this very viral network that we're in. So this is something that we do every single day and we don't even realize it. Now, a lot of people see this, they get a lot confused, and I was a bit confused as well, but this is very, very easy to understand. First and foremost, there's no membership fees, no sign-up fees, no long-term commitments. And the only way you succeed is by helping others succeed. Hence why you heard, Leon call me his mentor, makes me blush all the time. But I'm just there to help him because I've just been doing it a bit longer and he's part of my team. And the best way to break this down and make it make sense is like this. Imagine you had a vending machine in your local town and you could pick any place to put it, and every time somebody used that vending machine, you made a bit of money. And that's the power of residual income. It's working for you while you're not there, just because you got that vending machine. But what if there was a way you could acquire hundreds, if not thousands, of vending machines, not only all up and down the UK, but around the world? And so just break it down like this. Somebody went to your vending machine, they bought something from there, then they got their own vending machine, and that's a link to you. And then when somebody went to their vending machine, they bought something from that, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. And every time somebody used one of those vending machines, because of you, you made a little bit of money and your income went up. Imagine that concept. And that's exactly what VIMA did. Now, Instead of opening outlets via retail stores, so you'll never see this in Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Mr. Mo's corner shop down the road or anything like that. You never see that, because Vima don't spend any money on buildings, leases, lands, fixtures, equipment. They don't choose to go down that route. They understood that there's a massive mega trend going on at the moment. Something huge. Amazon.com. It's done 70 billion in sales last year alone, and nobody ever went to the Amazon.com shop. You got to understand that. So instead of having one centralized website, Vima just decided to open outlets through people. So when you buy the product, you become a customer. You have your own website because, one, you're never going to run out of people. There's 7 billion people in the world. Two, somebody turns 18 every single day, and Vima is already operating in over 50 countries and growing. So like I just said, moving on, please, Danny. Everybody starts out as a customer. I had all the skepticism in the world. I was, very fortunate to hear about this when nobody was doing this in the UK. There was no phenomenal testimonies like Leon's parents. Nobody was making money. I was just looking at this American thing that's come over, and I had all the questions in the world, but it's very easy to understand. Everybody starts out as a customer. You buy your product, and number one, you can just buy it because you like the idea of how healthy it is. You already spend your money on one of these things already, and you've understand that this is a healthy alternative, and you're not really into, having Red Bull, Monster, or Rockstar. Red Bull's been sued last year for 86 million for killing somebody. It contains synthetic sweeteners, artificial caffeine that's giving people heart palpitations, and you just want to get a healthy alternative. So number one, be a customer. If you tell a few people, you get free product. Or number two, you can do what myself, Danny, Leon, and the person who invited you to this is doing. Take advantage and earn money through the new affiliate marketing program. And it's very, very simple. So I remember the first time I seen this. I remember it. I was like, classic pyramid scheme, scam. The person at the top is making the most money, and my friend's bringing me to this, and I'm going to be one of them people at the bottom, all cramped up, probably sweating, shoulder to shoulder. I thought, nah, man, this is one of those things, and I couldn't have been so more wrong. This is just called a binary structure. This is how Vima track your word of mouth. Remember I said how, like, if somebody buys from that vending machine, they get their own. So you start out with your website. You've got two teams that you've got to build, a left side and a right side. That means all you need to introduce this to become successful is two. Then help them get to and repeat the process. So I looked at this and I was like, okay, cool. As long as I know two people, and the average person has 694 friends on Facebook, and nobody wishes that they were real, and nobody wishes that they were broke, I want a winner here. You know what I mean? So you introduce it to your friend Fred. He buys some product off your website. You place him on the left team. He gets his own website. He's there now. You introduce it to your friend Sam. He buys the product. He gets his own website. He goes onto your right side of your team. None of them two people have anything to do with each other. But say Sam sees where this is going. Sam just, absolutely destroys this. Tells all his friends. Builds a massive team. As you can see, all his people that he introduces only contribute to one side of your team, which means Sam has an opportunity to out-earn you, even though you've been in this longer than him. This is why myself, Leon, and Danny have out-earned people that are above us, because Vima pay you based on the value you bring to their market. That's as simple as it is. So this isn't one of those things where you can't out-earn anybody. You can out-earn anybody. So this is the power leverage. This is the, sorry, Dan, just going forward. This is the power leverage. This is why I started this part-time, because I was working as a full-time recruitment consultant before this. Getting up at 6 in the morning, getting to work at 7:30, finishing at 5:30, 6 o'clock, not getting home till 7. I was working 40, 50 hours a week, relying on 100% of my own efforts. And this is why we have to work till we're 72. Because, or whatever retirement age is, because you have to keep doing it. Because if you stop doing it, you stop getting paid. Business owners, sometimes it's even worse for them because they're the first in and the last out. This is why they're doing 60 to 70 hours a week, as a business owner. And this economy is very harsh. Most businesses fail within the first 5 years, But imagine you could only start this part-time and you understood, what? I've got a minimum of 5 hours a week in this. You could put more in. But you introduce this to 10 people, and they only could put 5 hours a week in. They may be able to put more in, but say they could only put 5 hours a week in. That would be equivalent to 50 hours going into your Vima business without the hours you're putting in. So say you couldn't do anything that day, you've still got a team of 10 people putting 50 hours of work in. And this is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. The CEO of McDonald's isn't at the till taking orders. He's got multiple McDonald's and multiple employees while he's on the beach somewhere. Imagine if those 10 people you introduced duplicate to 100 people. That would be 500 hours going into your Vima business. Imagine if those 100 people duplicate to 1,000 people, that would be 5,000 hours going into your Vima business. So if you don't have time now, understand time is your most valuable commodity. And exchanging your time for money is the worst way to make money. I'm not knocking employment because you need the money to survive. But me, I was working full-time as a 24-year-old guy that was in my overdraft, had credit cards, and I was worried about the future. What happens if I have kids? I'm not in a financial position to have children. What happens if when I want to buy a house, when I do these things? This is a brilliant way to get more money and to get your time back. You know what I mean? Because time is your most valuable commodity. So please move forward, please, Danny. So this is a powerful concept. Very, very powerful concept. And there's 9 different ways that Vima pay you. Direct into your bank account. 5 pay weekly, 3 pay monthly, 1 pays quarterly. And I'm not going to stand on here and really break exactly how all these works. What your friend can do is send you a video if you've got more questions on how you get paid, and that can explain a bit more. But the best way to put it is, as your team grows, your income grows, and this really shows you exactly what it's about, the rank advancement chart. So as you can see in the middle, it shows you roughly how many people you need on the left side of your business, and then the right side of your business, placing orders, and then your income grows as it grows. And this is all stemming from just originally 2 people. I've bought in 16 in a year, 16 people that bought product that was like, I want to get healthier or I want to make money. That turned into nearly 800, a lot more people on one side of my business than the other, which is great, which is fine because it's still growing. But that's why I'm at the platinum rank right now, earning a full-time income. And the crazy thing is, I'm one of the highest paid people in the UK. And I don't tell you that to impress you. That's just to impress upon you that this is ground floor in the UK. My friend Jamie, who introduced me to this, he's 23. I went to the same school as him. And he blew my mind that he found a concept like this. He's an executive rank leader, highest paid person in the UK, and your friend can get you on a call with this guy so you can see how average this guy is. Because one thing I've learned is you don't have to be smart to make money. You just have to understand that something makes sense and you're in the right place at the right time. Less than 3,000 people doing this in the UK, but this is what we're striving for. Moving forward, please. These are the ranks that we're striving for. We're getting trained and mentored from people that are at these ranks just because they've been doing it longer. And there's no problem. We can get you on calls with people that are in these ranks to show you it's tangible, show you it's real. One of our main mentors, Brad Sava, he's been doing this about 2.5 years, and he got introduced to this about 7 years ago from his parents, and he told them it wasn't going to work, it's a scam, and he watched them get out $300,000 worth of debt and become royal ambassadors, as you can see, earning 60 to 100,000 every single month. And then he sort of decided that this thing did work. So don't be that person that thinks that this doesn't work, because it really does. And the people that procrastinate and wait about are the people that just watch it happen. Like Danny said, this was working with or without him when he wasn't in it. So moving forward, please, Dan. So it's very simple. What's sort of next for you right now? If you're thinking, this makes sense, I want to get more questions answered, or I want to get sorry, what's next? Number 1, you just purchase your product, just make that clear. Maybe you just want to try it at bare minimum just to see if it tastes good, just to see if it does what it says it does on the tin. Buy a 1-pack, that's what customers go for. But if you do want to take advantage of the affiliate marketing program, that you're eligible for 2 of the bonuses. Or option 2, do what I did, what Leon and Danny did, and what most people do, buy a 2-pack, understanding that you want enough product for you, and you want enough product to share with people so you can go try this. This is the real deal. You're eligible for 7 of the bonuses, but don't worry. Number 2, you're not required, and you're not on your own in this. You're not required to start breaking it down, presenting. What we show you is our system, the credibility triangle. When you're new to this, when you're new to anything, you're new to it. You're not required to break it all down. We're here as a team. The uplines help you. The upline support help you, because that's the only way they become more successful. So you use what's called this credibility triangle. Say you're there. You introduce your friends. You invite them. You say, hey, I thought you because you've always been that ambitious person. I found something pretty cool. I'm working with a good friend, Phil, Jamie, Danny, Leon. These guys can really break this down in more detail because they're really seeing real results from this. We gave them 20 minutes of your time. Shoot them a link like this. Get them to watch one of these. If they see what you see, then number 3, we help you duplicate your business. We help you build your team while you're learning until you get to a point where you're credible, where I got to, Leon and Danny's got to, where we're at a point where we can break this down a lot more clearly for the people that are in our team. This is why we're on this call. So as the newest person, you're not required to lift all the workload yourself. Everybody helps everybody, and that's the power of leverage right there. This is why the incomes you can get is powerful. Then you get an app on your phone, which helps you track your business, shows you how much you're on for the week, what your teams are doing. You can even get free product. Who do you know that's ill? Who do you know that already spends the money on these sorts of things anyway? Who do you know that's generally into the fitness, into the health and wellness? Share these products with them, get 3 customers, and then you don't have to spend money on your product. You can run this completely free, and Leon knows that pretty well. He's got his mom, his dad, his aunties, his uncles, all drinking this product. Why wouldn't you want the closest people around you not drinking this? You know what I mean, guys? Then you get a back office website, which is a detailed version of the app, so you can run your business internationally. I was in Vegas with the team a couple of months back, running my business. I'm going to Austria in a couple of months with Leon and some of the guys, Danny, and we're going out there and we're going to run our business from over there at a convention. And then number 3, you get your own e-commerce back office website. And this is like the Amazon.com. Like Danny's put this picture on his own website there, as you can see. You send it to your friends. They order the product, they put the shipping details in, the bike purchasing details in. It comes to your door, then you get your own website, you get your own app. You get plugged into the fastest growing team in the UK. Understand, when I started this was like in my living room. There was like nobody doing this in the UK, but we got to this point where we're filling out hotels full of hundreds of people, but still we're at the beginning. Less than 3,000 people doing this in the UK. So if you can comprehend that this company, is like the Apple of the health and wellness industry. Apple didn't create the phone, the tablet, the laptop, the computer. They just made them all better. They made a healthy energy drink. There's not one out there. You can only get it from Vima. They made a healthy coffee, a healthy tea, healthy protein shakes, healthy weight loss supplements. And the only place you can get these are from the people involved. So in 10, 20, 30, 40 years, when Vima is a multi-billion-dollar company, and you've heard about it in year 9, you can see, if you've got the depth of vision, you can really build something big here. Whether it's, you want to get an extra 100,000 a month, people are doing it, or an extra £100 a month. But it's really what's important to you. Where are you at in your life? At the time, like I said, I was at a position where I was sick and tired of the thought of going to work till I'm 72. I was sick and tired of being in my overdraft. I was sick and tired of not being able to do the things I wanted to do. And this was the vehicle I was waiting for. I looked at the risk with this. There's no risk. All I'm doing is buying something I already spent my money on. And worst case scenario, if nobody wants to do it, I've got healthier. You know what I mean? So you're not losing money in this. You're buying a tangible product. You're not investing into it. You're buying, first and foremost, a tangible product. You're getting a free business model where you get taught, trained, and mentored every step of the way by people that are already making this happen and work. So moving on, please, Dan. If you see what we see with this and you're at a point in your life where you're looking for change, you're looking for more, go back to the person that invited you on this call. Get your questions answered. Ask them. Say, I want to speak to that guy that was on the call, one of them guys. I want to speak to somebody that's doing better than you. I want to know how I can out-earn you. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be like most people and just look at this and think it's one of them things. Because that's okay, because the next person we speak to most likely won't say that. And then what a lot of my friends did was like, Phil, how did you get your full-time job? I was like, I told you at the beginning. And it's crazy because people think these things are unrealistic. But if you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. And I was a person that I knew I believed in myself and I knew I believed in the concept. And then the rest is history. So with that being said, really, really appreciate you guys for taking the time out to jump on this call. Go back to the person that invited you on here. And hopefully we'll be hearing from you soon and working with you in this Vima opportunity. Thank you.